Welcome, everyone. Today we're going to talk about something that might seem small, but carries a weight far beyond its digits. We're diving into the unsettling whispers surrounding the number 67. You see, in certain traditions and folklore, numbers can take on a life of their own, carrying energies and associations that are best left undisturbed. While 666 is widely recognized as a symbol of malevolence, the number 67 has begun to emerge from the shadows, often linked to its more infamous predecessor. It's said to represent a subtle, yet potent, form of disruption, a quiet invitation to chaos that can subtly influence our lives. Think of it this way, just as a single discordant note can throw off an entire melody. The number 67 is believed by some to introduce a similar disharmony into the fabric of our reality. It's not about superstition for superstition's sake, but about understanding how deeply ingrained certain symbols can become in our collective consciousness, and the potential impact they can have when we unknowingly invite them into our space. The intention here isn't to instill fear, but to foster a sense of mindful awareness. By understanding these associations, we can make conscious choices about the energies we allow to surround us. It's about recognizing that sometimes the most powerful protection comes from simply choosing not to engage with things that carry a negative or unsettling resonance. So, when you encounter the number 67, consider pausing. Reflect on the potential implications. It's a small act of self-preservation, a way to maintain a sense of peace and control in a world that can sometimes feel overwhelming. Let's choose to surround ourselves with positivity and clarity, and steer clear of anything that might invite unnecessary darkness. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this has given you something to think about. If you found this helpful, please consider following for more insights.
You're probably familiar with the term 6-7 because it has become this popular trend amongst the younger generation. But a lot of people don't realize that 6-7 has been often associated with paranormal encounters. Now, there was a woman named Molly. Molly said that her son picked up the trend of saying 6-7, and he would say 6-7 after everything. And eventually it got to the point where she was annoyed. So she tells her son, you can say it at school, you can say it around your friends, but I do not want to hear you say it around me. So she goes home one day and she is sitting in the living room. She started to hear her son saying 6-7, 6-7, 6-7. So she got up, she walked into her son's room, and she said, what's going on? Like, I told you not to say that number anymore. Like, it's annoying. Please stop. And her son's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I did not say that. She's like, okay, whatever. Just don't say it anymore. A couple days later, she is sitting in the living room again, and she sees a shadow go by. And she starts hearing 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7 over and over again. So she gets up, she goes to her son's room, and she's like, I told you, stop saying that. Like, it's annoying. Please stop. And once again, her son pleads with her, like, I did not say that. So it keeps happening over and over again. And this one particular day, she comes home from work, she goes into the kitchen, and on the refrigerator, there are these letter magnets. And she discovers that spelled out on the fridge with these magnets is 67DIE. So she runs into her son's room immediately, and she's like, okay, this has got to stop. Like, it is getting crazy. Like, you need to stop saying this word and, like, stop messing around because it's not funny. And once again, he says, Mom, I promise you I'm not doing this. So she grounds him. Later that night, she's in bed. And she turns over, and she looks out at the doorway. She sees her son standing in the doorway, and he's just staring at her. And she's like, okay, yeah, can I help you? And he turns around, walks down the hallway. So the next morning, she asks her son, what did you want? Why did you come to my room? And he's like, Mom, like, I didn't do that. Like, that, I don't know what you're talking about. A couple weeks after this, she is in the kitchen. And all of a sudden, her son comes through the kitchen door, stands right by her, and he looks at her. But that's when she realizes, like, her son looks completely different. Like something is off about him. And that's when he starts to say, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7. And his voice got deeper and deeper and sort of darker as he said that. And she starts screaming because she's terrified. She knows this isn't her son. Her son comes running out of his bedroom into the kitchen. She grabs him, embraces him, and is like, look, I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to yell at you. And I know that it wasn't you saying that number. So she tells him, like, what had happened. And they both agreed that that number would never be mentioned.